What's going on, everybody? It's Doug Dimmadab here, and I am here with a build video that I'm excited to share with you guys. This is my Morse code build on Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm going to roll some clips and then I'll be back. Enjoy the footage. I just wanted to also mention real quick that this is a non-DLC build. I do not have the season pass yet, so this is going to be a strong build for anyone who doesn't have any access to the Cape of Tides or the Soaked Rocket Launcher and stuff like that. Now, obviously, you're going to want to maybe add things like that to this build. If you have them, it's going to make it even stronger. But for now, this is just a regular old non-DLC build. Guys, let's get into the bread and butter of this build. First, I'll show off the skills. For the hero points, you're going to want to max strength, you're going to want to max wisdom, and put the rest in attunement. Status effect damage, that's what we're after here. This is the Morse code, it's all about that dot, dot, dot. Okay, so put 5 out of 5 in the arsenal. It's self-explanatory, the increase to your gun and spell. And then I put 5 out of 5 in potent poisons for that extra status effect damage and the duration. 3 out of 3 and exploit their weakness. Whenever you apply a status effect, the affected enemy takes increased damage from all sources. We're applying a status effect to everything and anything. And then I put 1 into swift death just to move down. Another 1 on the shadow step to move down. And then we put 5 out of 5 into sneak attack, increased critical damage. We love critical damage. We're going to be in the shadows when we're bossing. Personally, I like to run Ghostblade when I'm mobbing, but it works either way. But I just love slinging around the Ghostblade. And then 3 out of 3 into Contagion. Now this is the real bread and butter. I'm sure you guys have seen Moxie's videos on it, other people's videos on it, so I won't go too far in depth here. But your class mod, you're going to want to get 3 out of 3 in there, so we get that 48% spread chance. That's what's going to make everything go crazy. Added 1 into alchemical agent, because obviously you're going to be doing a lot of melee. Even when you're shooting, you're going to be dealing melee. And because of your Executioner's Blade, you're going to be getting that melee. And I just threw 1 into 1,000 cuts to help me get that capstone there. And I put 3 out of 3 into magic bullets. gun damage is 45% of my spell damage. Now I run a Buffmeister, so that's not a huge effect, but you know, I had to move down the skill tree somehow. I also put 2 into Prestidigitation, get that extra little bit of reload speed. I put 5 into Font of Mana, just for the extra cooldown rate on the action skill. That's for if you like happen to not drop something in one skill, then you'll have extra cooldown. Try to get it back up. Then we're running just warming up. That's increased fire rate for every stack of spell weaving. So that's gonna come in clutch. It's gonna make you just dump out your gun in no time. Now I like to run glass cannon. It just makes my Buffmeister a little stronger, and I don't really care about shields necessarily. That's why I don't have one in mage armor. If you're worried about the shields, you could put one in mage armor. You just take one out of imbued weapon or from anywhere like that you felt comfortable with. But like I said, I don't. It also helps with the mood rings if you're running mood rings. I do keep mood rings on me. And then obviously you're gonna want 1 in high thread count. The spell weaving stacks just are gonna make you stronger. You don't necessarily need them, but you know, it's just extra. And then we got 2 out of 2 in imbued weapon. And then let's check out the inventory here. I like to have a spellblade because I have a lot of spell damage increases as well as melee damage increases. And then obviously the live wire. Everyone's seen what the live wire interaction does. You drop that bitch down to 1 bullet. You saw in the clips what it does. Self-explanatory. Critical for any melee build, really. We also got the White Rider of the Skies. And real quick, I just want to note that you don't need primordial gear to make this work well. I've farmed it all and it works really great, but you don't need it. For the longest time I ran a chaotic White Rider, no problem. Carry around a taser. You saw the taser in the videos, what that can do, and in the shadows. It's just fun sometimes. I don't usually use it a lot. I like to swap it out for the crossblade or the sword explosion. Both are super fun to run around with. And then I take a masterwork handbow, just if you want to get those spell weaving stacks super quick, super easy. Got the shell casing ring, and the championship ring. Now you can stack 2 of them together, same ring, which this is all on your preference. I like to have the action skill cooldown roll on one of them, just to keep in the shadows around a little bit quicker. I also run an ancient deity, which if you guys played Borderlands 3, you know the old god, such a good shield. Now you can also run with, let's see here, a Curse Wit. Curse Wit is a good option as well. Your ward's going to be pretty much always depleted. It's just going to be, Curse Wit's good for really any build, so I probably didn't even have to mention that there. And then on your amulet right here, you're going to want this 81% status effect damage. It's not necessary. You just have to be over 100% total. But I like to just boost that up as high as possible because king of the dot, you know. And then I run a Buffmeister. The enchantments, you want to increase your melee damage as well as your status effect damage and any type of elemental damage that you can add on there is an extra bonus. I have different enchantments for all these different guns. I haven't really decided on one to try and get for all of them because they all just kind of work well together the way they are. And there you have it. There is the build.